Another big thing that we want to mention, and this is kind of the biggest thing that just shook me. I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
Which part?
Yeah. And it's that Brian, and this recently, I believe, came out over the past 3 or 4 days. Brian actually came home from Utah on a plane in between when they were out in Utah. So Brian, when they were out in Utah and right after they were pulled over by the police and separated for the night, and they apparently had a little fight, between them, and there was a 911 call that was called on them, specifically on Brian. After all that happened, Brian took a flight from Utah to Florida, back home, in what he claims, or someone close to the family, I guess maybe the attorney claimed, that it was to clear out and clean out a storage unit so that they don't have to pay an extra months or a few months of storage unit costs.
His parents couldn't do that for him?
Right?
No.
He had to fly all the way back to do that? What? And also, here's another thing. Financially, let's think about this. If you're going to get like a last minute ticket, kind of like within, a few days, like, oh man, we're going to spend a few extra days here, a few months. Yes. If you're going to get a last minute ticket from Utah all the way to Tampa, Florida, it's going to cost a good amount of money. This is not, a $50 Southwest flight. No. It's probably going to cost at least $300 each way. Total of $600, not including Ubers, not including your time, not including breaking up your vacation, not including any of that.
It just suddenly happened. He just had to go home.
Yes.
Yeah.
To clear out a storage unit. But how much does a storage unit cost?
Barely $100 a month.
Yeah. Say like $100 a month. If you're doing 2 months, it's $200. So what? You're going to pay a $600 flight into Tampa and back, and all that time and all that energy and all the extra costs and all the extra Ubers and everything else to make that happen to save $200. You're going to pay $600 to save $200.
You can't Venmo your friends to just do it for you.
Right.
Or anyone with a truck.
Or it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, financially.
Yeah.
It's not worth it financially at all. So it makes you think, if this happened after they got into that big fight that the police were called on, after that happened, and he flew back home, it makes you think if there's something else going on. If maybe the reason why Brian actually killed Gabby was maybe a cover-up, because he apparently laid hands on Gabby, and typically it escalates. Maybe it escalated further after the police run in.
Yeah.
And then maybe he told the parents. Maybe the parents got involved, and maybe the parents tried to be involved in her disappearance.
Holy shit.
They seem quite involved.
Yeah.
Why not? Why did he fly home? Why are the Laundries acting like this? And why would he do it? Yeah. Why would he kill Gabby? And that whole idea fits possibly with him flying home to Florida to see his parents. Possibly to plan out exactly how he's going to do it with his parents. Making sense that his parents aren't saying anything and didn't say anything as soon as Brian got home. And as soon as Brian got home, they also got the camper and went on a little camping trip. We're just speculating on things. And it makes sense of why they're not saying anything, because they're freaking guilty as fuck. That's why. That's why they're not saying anything. Kind of ridiculous that we're still here. We're still at this crazy point where the Laundries aren't saying anything. The cops are still acting stupid. And there's no explanation for anything right now. And then everyone just says that they saw Brian Laundrie.